And now we are in the kitchen with Chef Katie. We're going to do some cooking with kohlrabi.
We are.
What are we going to make?
We're going to make stuffed kohlrabi. Kohlrabi's a great vessel for stuffing really anything into it.
Okay.
The bulb cooks up really great, still has some good texture to it.
All right,
So,
and the entire kohlrabi is edible, and you're going to
Yes.
make use of that, right?
Yep, yeah. A lot of people just discard the stems and the leaves, but the leaves are really great for you, and the stem gives a good texture to it.
All right.
First thing we're going to do is just take off the stems and the leaves. And then we're going to cut them in about 1-inch pieces. And then when you get down to the stem, you're going to start cutting a little bit smaller.
All right.
And you discard the bottom where they met the bulb. Throw that in there. And then you take the bulb itself and cut about 1/4 inch off the bottom. And I like to trim just a little off the top too.
All right.
And then you peel it.
Okay.
Sometimes where the bulb meets the stem, it gets a little tough. So we're gonna just peel all that outer layer off. And then we're gonna scoop out the inside. So I like to use a melon baller to scoop it out. If you don't have a melon baller, you can take a paring knife and just score a circle in the top, and then just take a teaspoon or something and scoop it out that way.
But this seems like a simpler
It is, yeah. It's a lot faster. And I leave about 1/4 inch shell. And then we're gonna take the stuffing, or the inside of the kohlrabi, and just dice it about a small dice.
All right, so you're going to stuff kohlrabi with kohlrabi.
Yes, we are.
All right.
Why not use the whole plant?
Great.
If you're doing a lot of these, if you're doubling or tripling the recipe, I find it's a lot faster and easier to put it in the food processor too. I've already cleaned out 5 more of them. And then to that filling, I'm gonna add some carrots that have been chopped. And some small dice of radishes. We have some pink and some purple radishes in here. And then some green onions.
Awfully colorful.
I know,
beautiful.
it's so pretty. And all these things, you know, kohlrabi grows great in the spring and the fall. And so you can have, you know,
Other
any
spring
vegetables
right,
that you want to. And then I have some garlic scapes. We're just gonna cut it in half and then just do little dice. If you don't have garlic scapes, you can use garlic cloves.
Nice.
We're gonna put those into the bowl. And then I have some oregano. So we'll just chop a few little leaves of oregano. I love using fresh herbs. It really does just brighten things up and gets the smells going in the kitchen. And then I have some Milton Creamery cork cheese. It's a fresh style of cheese from Milton Creamery. It's got a nice little bit of tang to it.
All right, so you could use any soft cheese in this
You
way?
can, yep. Goat cheese, blue cheese would be nice too. So I will have you mix that around. So then the leaves, you want to take the kohlrabi leaves and saute them, just wilt them down a little bit. I'm going to sprinkle a little salt and pepper onto the kohlrabi leaves. So just about 30 seconds. Like I said, you just kind of want to wilt them down a little bit, cook them, and they really turn like a bright, vibrant green too.
And it's amazing how much you had and then how quickly they wilt down.
All right, so we'll add that to the mixture. Then you add a little bit of salt and pepper. Get it nice and seasoned. And then we can start stuffing. So you just take the kohlrabi and just put a little in the bottom and just kind of fill it and pack it in there.
All right. I think I can do that.
You can even add meat if you want to these kohlrabi. Sausage would be a nice addition, or if you have some chicken would be good too. So I would go ahead and cook the meat first before you stuff it in here, just to make sure it's cooked all the way through.
So really anything that you would stuff in a stuffed pepper, you could stuff in a kohlrabi.
Yep.
All right, we've got the
Okay.
pan ready to go.
So then you just put all the filling that's extra in the bottom of the pan. You just kind of want to stuff your kohlrabi down into the pan. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of water, and this will help prevent this extra stuffing from sticking to the bottom of the pan.
Well, and there's so many raw vegetables in there. I mean, you
Right.
need the moisture to kind of bring it together,
Yeah,
right?
that is true.
Okay.
And then we'll cover it in with some foil.
All right. And then how long do you put it in the oven for?
It goes in a 350-degree oven for 30 to 40 minutes.
All right.
So I would check it if you're using small kohlrabi. You want to check it about after 25 just to make sure that they're not overcooking.
All right,
So
and you just stick a fork
you
in
stick
there.
a fork in there and see if
Perfect.
they're done. So we'll put it in the oven and let it bake.
All right, and it's ready.
It is. So we'll just take a peek here.
Looks great. It smells amazing.
It does smell. You can see the steam coming off. I like to just put a little paring knife in there and just see if it goes in easy.
Okay,
and that
nice and soft.
fork tender, I like to have it. So we'll take the kohlrabi and then garnish the plate with a little bit extra of the stuffing too.
Nice. All right, let me get some forks.
Okay.
And you want to slice it down the
Just
middle?
Slice it in the middle and
Nice.
see all that good stuffing in there.
Terrific. I'll try.
Smell
Plenty
that
of
garlic.
stuffing in there. Oh yeah, it smells fantastic. And it's delicious and so fresh.
The cheese adds a nice little tang to
Yeah.
it too.
Chef Katie, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we've had our stuffed kohlrabi. What are we going to
Uh-huh.
make next?
We're gonna make a kohlrabi slaw with a coconut dressing.
Ooh,
so
sounds
I
good.
love this one because the kohlrabi has a great mellow, juicy flavor to it. So it's got crisp like an apple and has a broccoli stem flavor. So it makes a great addition in a slaw.
Yeah.
First, we're gonna make the vinaigrette, and I like to take just a wet towel and kind of make a little nest for your bowl, so you're not
Nice.
chasing the bowl all on the
That's
counter. We're gonna put our vinegar in first. We have rice wine vinegar, a little bit of soy sauce or tamari, and then I have some sesame oil. And I've got some fresh ginger. And then we have a little bit of avocado oil. You can use sunflower oil if you want to. And then we're gonna whisk in our coconut oil. So coconut oil at room temperature can be solid, so you just wanna heat it up a little bit.
And why do you like to use coconut oil?
I love the smell of it and the taste of it. It makes a really great, kind of fun, flavorful when you're adding the sesame oil and the soy sauce and stuff. So it just makes a great little vinaigrette. So. And then for the slaw itself, I have the kohlrabi, and so we've already peeled it and taken the stems off and the leaves. And you can save the stems and the leaves for another purpose if you want to saute them or add them with your eggs. We're just going to cut it in half and then do little strips of it. And then we're going to do a julienne cut, which is kind of like a matchstick. And then we have some yellow beets that we're going to put in there.
Nice.
I love using yellow beets raw. You know, you can use red beets, but it'll color the salad a little
so
bit.
pretty.
Yeah.
It's sunny.
And then some radishes. So then again, this is really a fun, colorful, and flavorful, and nice little raw vegetables. We're gonna put a little pinch of pepper and a pinch of salt in it as well. And then I have some mint leaves. And then cilantro. When you get it in the store, or if you get it from your CSA, it usually comes in a bunch. And instead of spending time picking all the leaves off and stuff, I like to just put it in a bunch like this, kind of tuck the top leaves over and roll it.
Oh, okay.
The stems that are closest to the leaves are tender enough that if you cut them fine, you won't even know that there's stems in there. So it saves you a lot of time in the kitchen too. And And then I have some green onions, well, purple onions, but they're a fresh green onion, and we'll just slice some of those. And we're ready to mix it.
All right. And is this something that once you mix, you want to let it sit and really soak up those flavors?
You do. You want to let it sit for at least 30 minutes outside of room temperature before you serve it. It really gets the flavors marinated. And then sometimes too, if the vegetables are super cold, it'll kind of congeal the coconut oil. So you want to let it sit at room temperature to really get the coconut oil melted in there. And
All right. So if you refrigerate it, you might want to bring it up to room temperature before you serve.
Yep.
Okay.
And it'll keep in your fridge for a couple days, which is nice. So you can do it ahead of time.
Gets to taste even better with every day, right? Well, that is just beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's great, on its own, or you can put it on a sandwich. It's great with a grilled salmon or a grilled pork chop. So.
All right. And we're not going to let it sit. We're just going to try it.
Yes, we are. I love just those yellow beets in there too. And beets raw have a really nice flavor to it, so matches well with the kohlrabi.
All right, let's give this a try. Oh, that is delicious. And the mint really stands out. It's such an unusual blend of flavors.
Just really crisp and clean.
Yeah, and bright.
Bright, flavorful. Yeah,
this is wonderful.
Thank you so
Chef
much.
Katie, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.